What to do, fellow calculus homework avoiders turned study harders because you're failures. Welcome aboard. Today, this is just another follow-up video to the bucket series that I'm doing here. So far, first video goes over the order to add everything, kind of a little brief touch on why everything's important here. The second video goes over how much to add of each. Also, a little note on the pH down and the pH up. The Great White is just a tap, little sprinkle. Now I'm just going to, last but not least, I'm going to go over this right here. Vivosun, great brand. You're probably not going to want to buy a Vivosun tint unless you're made of money. I have an Hort 2.0 tint if you're using a tint, and then just as the most affordable options. Now, I did buy a kind of Temu knockoff, like really nice, calibratable, like dual, so it tests for TDS, EC, and pH, and I'm not going to lie, that thing sucked. I calibrated it like 10 times. It never worked right. These are just going to be your go-to. I think it's like $30 for both on Vivosun's website. Just buy these. Just buy these. Trust me, just buy these. If they go out and you need to calibrate them, it's really easy to get some more calibration solution, but honestly, you could probably, they're going to send you for the pH, they're going to send you calibration powder. I would just calibrate it when you buy it, and then it should be good for a while. I know it says a year, but if you do this little trick, you leave it in some fresh distilled water, it's going to last for a really long time. So next, the last thing I want to touch on for the bucket is whenever you're actually putting the bucket together, this is a really important step. You need to have some form of aeration for your water, because if you don't, you're going to have all kinds of issues. You also want to keep your water below 75 degrees Fahrenheit if possible. If you go above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to start growing stuff and your water is not going to retain oxygen very well. And I know that it sounds crazy because plants produce oxygen and they breathe carbon dioxide, but believe it or not, they actually need oxygen for their roots. You got to aerate it so it doesn't grow bacteria and stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and add, so I've measured this already. Yeah, it's leaking. Cool beans. That's great. It's all fine and dandy. That's why I got a towel on the floor. On that note, we're going to put it in the bucket. We got our air stone hooked up. I'm just going to plug it into the little pump right here, which, give me 1 second, I'll pause and I'll show you guys the final setup. Bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. We got it hooked up to our Active Aqua air pump. You see the water is bubbling down there. That's what you want. And then you see that just the very tips of those roots are touching the water. Now, they're actually going to grow down and go into the water, but you don't want them to be soaked because they're going to create these, they're called air roots. They're like little, just look up a picture, you'll see, but it needs those roots. So thanks. I'll see you guys next time.